All right, guys. So if you've made it this far, you've hopefully gone through all of the California videos, and we've come to the conclusion of it. Hey guys, Jason here, Shadow Collector. A very lengthy video coming your way. This is the wrap-up video for our trip. Gonna kind of do some conversations with you guys about how it went, some sights, and thoughts on some things we did and saw. Very straightforward video here, more of a podcast style. Not going to really do cuts. If there is cuts, it's because this camera I uses tends to just shut off or stop recording at a certain point, max of recording wise. So, but I got my notes right here. Got my literally pile of stuff right here from each place that I picked it up at and labeled, organized here. I got a professional setup here going. So, but yeah, guys, we went to California for 12 days. We left on my birthday, and then the main trip reason was for a cousin's wedding. But we thought after my experience of flying in South Carolina and everything earlier this year, I was on the fence about wanting to go through that again, just delays and hassles of all that stuff. Even though this is a lot easier trip going to California, Northern California specifically, flying versus going across country, I was just like, I don't know. And so when we started to think about it, I thought, you know what? Why don't we just make it a road trip? Let's spend a couple days in different cities, kind of like almost like living on the road. And, we can see different places, because if you stay in Northern California where your hotel is at and then go down to Southern California, which is still about 7-8 hours, you're not going to really get to spend a whole lot of time in each place without having to drive right back. So, really like this idea. I definitely am intrigued to try to do it again. Maybe a specific place I can think of, but we left on my birthday though, so it's kind of like a bit of a birthday trip as well. And first stop we went to was in Yuma. That was kind of the first major city that we hit once you leave the Phoenix metropolitan area. It's about just a little over halfway to San Diego. So we have lunch there, and of course we decided, you know what? They got Goodwill's, Barnes & Noble's doing Criterion sale right now. So I said, let's make some stops. So we stopped at Barnes & Noble first, struck out. They had literally a DVD section of 8 movies. It was really kind of sad to see, but maybe they just don't have that kind of, audience out there that wants to purchase movies and that sort of thing. So we just said, you know what, let's just move on to the next spot. So the next place was Goodwill. Goodwill, I had a pretty decent selection of movies and stuff from my part. Nothing that I needed or that I already have, actually, more or less. Really crazy busy. I guess it was like a career center location, so they were doing job interviews and stuff like that. So there's a lot of people there. My wife did find some, they're Create a Monster, Monster High figures. So that was a score for her there. And again, we had lunch there, filled up on some gas, and made our way to San Diego. On the way into San Diego, I think it's El Cajon was the first city that we got into. We stopped at a place called Empire Thrift. Nothing really. It was literally like a pawn/thrift shop. It was really kind of grungy, like someone's garage type setup. So huge movie wall is interesting to look at, but they had no pricing really labeled out. So and also kind of a lot of sun-faded, damaged movies, and I wasn't even going to make my efforts into really looking through stuff there, so we kind of left that. And then the first collectible shop was the comics and stuff, which they have multiple locations out there. It was, again, I think in El Cajon, and a really cool shop. I didn't find anything there that I was looking for, really, but definitely, hence the title, comics and stuff. I had a ton of comic books. Didn't really look too deep into that type of stuff there, but good figure selection. I would say mostly brand new stuff, stuff you're gonna find in retail stores right now. Nothing of vintage toys, really, not a whole lot at least. And the what were they called? McFarlane figures. They had quite a lot of newer ones that are coming out, or not even hit shelves yet. So it's always kind of cool to find those out in the wild, and for reasonably priced too. I'll say that they weren't marked up and crazy. So I'll give them that. They had really good pricing on stuff there. So that was good. And then from there, I went to our hotel. We stayed near Old Town San Diego. We really liked that place and just kind of the vibe. It was like 10 minutes walking distance, so we could go to a lot of different restaurants and shops nearby. And it's kind of centralized in the city, so you can still get around. So that was that first day. So got back to the hotel. Yeah, crashed. Had dinner. My birthday dinner. So I went with sushi because that's my favorite food. So picked a really good place over in again Old Town San Diego area. I can't remember the name of it, but really nice place. Very busy. It's funny, like all the restaurants we were looking at, there's like no waits looking. Looked like they were pretty empty. And then the sushi place is like the one that has like 800 people waiting outside to get in. So it's kind of interesting, but like, maybe that's why. It was really good food. So that was day one. Day two, we woke up pretty good and early, so we decided to go check out 2 minutes drive from our hotel called Kobe's Swap Meet. And this is where we'll get into the first of the items. I didn't know what to expect for the swap meets. I do follow some other channels out on YouTube that do live in California. Their swap meets are going to be in areas that we're going to be at. So San Diego, I've never really seen anybody's videos on. So Kobe swap meet, it was a decent size, nothing too crazy or big, so it's not overwhelming. But movies wise, there was here and there. It seemed like stuff that people had pretty consistently because they're very sun faded and damaged. Toys wise, like here or there were some good spots that were interesting to look through. But sometimes they were just literally clearly like eBay searchers. There was one guy that had like a Kevin Nash, like it's like 12-inch size like figurine I remember having as a kid, and I was intrigued, but it's kind of like, I mean, it's obviously probably 25-year-old toy, so I didn't expect it to be in pristine condition, but for his pricing, he's like $25, which I guess is kind of fair for something that old, but I just had to pass on it. I did find one booth in movies. They were $2 a piece, so I'm good with $2. That's my price right there. And I think it was, let me check. Yeah, okay. I labeled these also. These were literally all from one booth. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Yep, I spent 20 with him. So these are all from, Kobe Swap Meet. This was the stack. So I picked up, first one was an upgrade in that. A couple of these are actually upgrades. I don't have on Blu-ray, so they're nice to flip up to. First one of my favorite Christopher Nolan movies. That is Memento. It's a great movie, so glad to find that on Blu-ray there. Another fantastic movie, Daniel Day-Lewis, There Will Be Blood. So upgraded that one as well. Found a couple brand new movies in this stack here too, which was nice. So first one, upgrade for me, and that is Kill Bill Volume 1. Did not have Kill Bill Volume 2, but to upgrade that on Blu-ray, which was nice. So, and again, it's brand new and sealed still. Still got the save $10 by mail when you purchase this Blu-ray disc. I don't know if it still works or not, but it's PlayStation 3 logo on there, so I don't think so. This one I actually never had seen before, so it looked kind of entertaining and interesting. I've always been kind of a fan of like the magicians in like Las Vegas and all that sort of stuff, and it's kind of like got parody on that. I don't think the reviews were that great though, so I'm not expecting anything crazy good. But it was the Incredible Burt Wonderstone with Steve Carell, Jim Carrey, and who was the other guy? Steve Buscemi. So yeah, that'll be interesting to watch. This one we thought was pretty decent. We watched in the theaters with Amy Schumer. It's called Snatched. It wasn't too bad a movie. And this is brand new seal, so that was a nice find there. Again, $2 a piece for these. Another upgrade here. That is Keanu Reeves. Coincidentally, just announcing that he's going to take on this role again here soon, hopefully. Soon. Constantine. So that's awesome there. This is one really want to start piecing all these together on Blu-ray. So, and that is, I got Jackass number 3. So that was a cool find there. And then the rest of these are some nice slipcovers I was able to get on. First one is the musical with Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone. Won 6 Academy Awards. That was La La Land. I'm always curious to watch musicals and stuff, so I'm not a hater of those. Jonah Hill comedy here called The Sitter. Don't think I've actually seen this one. And this is also, brand new sealed still. So, nice little grab there. And then I thought this was an entertaining movie. Take it with it what you will, but that is Machete with Danny Trejo. So again, all this is from Kobe Swap Meet. So that was a pretty good, nice little haul there. And then after that, we went to right across the street, literally from it, was considered, I guess, San Diego's largest antique mall. And it probably was. It was pretty big. It was the only antique mall we could find really in the area. But it was a lot of literally just that antiques. I literally didn't find anything movies-wise in the whole place until the very end. There was like a stack of like 15, 20 like mixture of DVDs and Blu-rays on this counter. I think they want like $4 or $5 a piece. So I was like, I'm not even gonna dig through it. So wasn't anything really what we were looking for type of stuff. So not really much on toys and that sort of thing. So passed on that. Went to then out in Chula Vista. Chula Vista had another one of those comic books and stuff, or comics and stuff stores at like a outdoor mall type area. Similar to the other one, ton of comic books, which is cool if you're into comic books. And then a lot of the collectibles are just stuff, currently in retail stores or being sold online for retail. So, which is good, I guess, if you want to get stuff in person right away. That's always nice. But I'm more, me and my wife are more on like the vintage side of toy stores we like to try to find. So, kind of nothing there really to pick up. So, after that was, we happened to actually pass on the way there. We noticed was a Salvation Army and a Goodwill. Salvation Army did not find anything at that, I believe. I'll have to check the pile here in a second. But Goodwill, I know I did get. Okay, so this is the case here. So we went to, Goodwill and Salvation Army, and then also another Goodwill afterwards, closer to dinner time. So I'm going to kind of jump around here story-wise. So because my stacks are all literally just Goodwill, San Diego pile here. So I'm just going to pull this up. So yeah, this all right here was from, I think, a couple different Goodwills. It is a couple different ones. But I didn't remember which ones are from which location. So I just put them all in one giant stack here. So we'll just crank through all these. But first one up here at the top was Dracula Untold. So we picked up that one there. This one seemed interesting. The case is kind of a little water damaged, but beyond that, it's called I Killed Giants. It's from the producers of Harry Potter, and Zoe Saldana stars in it. So yeah, I don't know what to expect from that, but I'm very curious, so we'll see. Comedy I always enjoyed. 50 First Dates, the Adam Sandler, Drew Barrymore. It's a good ad there. Didn't have this on Blu-ray yet, so upgrade, and that is the first X-Men movie. Let's grab that there. We're going to make another little pile here because it's going to stack up fast. I really picked up this one for the lenticular slipcover alone, but it was an upgrade for me as well because I didn't have it on Blu-ray, and that is Pacific Rim. Stupid Best Buy or Walmart, one of those two. Those stickers in the front there ruined this, but yeah, lenticular Pacific Rim. Christopher Walken, Larry Fishburne, David Caruso. Fishburne? Yeah, that's the right. David Caruso movie called King of New York. Never even heard of this one, but from 1990. Always up for a Christopher Walken movie. So looking forward to seeing that one. Some good kids flicks here to finally check out for once. This is The Boss Baby with the slipcover. But it's Alec Baldwin that stars in that. So got that one. This is an upgrade from my DVD copy, and that is The Muppets Take Manhattan. This is still brand new sealed. Found at Goodwill. And then we got Abominable. So picked up that one. Upgrade from my DVD special edition copy that I got from the thrift at one point that has the comic book in it, but got the Blu-ray copy now of Sin City, which will look really nice on Blu-ray. And then a movie with James Gandolfini, Tom Hardy, Noomi Rapace called The Drop. I'm always up for something with Tom Hardy, James Gandolfini, who's probably not really the lead. He's the third listed, but I'll always give that a try. We really enjoyed this one. I thought this was a really funny movie with Dave Bautista and I can't pronounce his name, but Stubert. Yeah. This one I was really excited for in theaters. I know it's kind of a letdown, but gotta add to the collection. That is Jonah Hex. This one I thought I had, surprisingly, and then when I searched it on my app when I was in the store, I didn't. But it's a nice, clean copy of 10 Things I Hate About You on Blu-ray. And then another brand new movie. Yep, brand new still because it's kind of cut up at the top here. But that is the sequel of Fast and Furious. So Too Fast, Too Furious. So some B-rated horror movies for Halloween season. I picked up this Mosquito Man. I don't know. I always take some B-rated horror movies if they're on DVD. And then this one called Mandrake, part plant, part animal. I do not know what to expect from this. It just looks cheesy, so I'm curious to see it. At this point, nothing can be worse than that Rise of the Gargoyles movie that I saw, so... Not sponsored by Pepsi. So, yeah, that is all the Goodwills from San Diego. I think that's from our whole trip there. Later that Saturday, or at some point between the Goodwills, we went to Barnes & Noble because I was trying to find out on some Criterion movies and Arrow Video movies if possible, because Arrow Videos were also 50% off. So did snag some movies here. These were all from the Barnes & Nobles that I went out there for on this trip. So literally this whole stack right here for Criterion and Arrow Video. No specific order here. But first one was in 4K, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein with Robert De Niro. So got that on the 4K Arrow Video. So glad to have that one upgraded. That's a nice looking case there and everything. Realized I got this on Blu-ray. I thought I picked up the 4K, but that's not a big deal. Blu-ray copy, though, of Sound of Metal. Really looking forward to watching this one. Heard nothing but good things about it. Looked really good. So I'm a big music person, especially with rock and metal. So looking forward to that one. Some other copies, some other movies I decided to pick up for, why the heck not. So I got the Steelbook for Christian Slater and Patricia Arquette, Tony Scott's True Romance on 4K. I like this Blu-ray case, or 4K Steelbook case. It's a really nice case, so decided just to pick up that one. And then I always hear about David Cronenberg's movies. To be honest, I have not seen any one of his. But this is a description on this one seemed really fascinating to me, so I'll start with this one. But it is Videodrome. So any David Cronenberg fans out there, if you can give me other suggestions, let me know in the comments. This was an upgrade because I've had it on DVD forever, and I know I've wanted this to get on Criterion. I don't think Criterion's making it in 4K anytime soon. So I just bite the bullet on Blu-ray, and that is Silence of the Lambs. Got that one there. And I know there might be some controversy around this one, but I'm going to kind of cover up the front too because it's kind of a little suggestive. But it's called, is it Salo or Salo? Or the 100 Days of Sodom. Very, very controversial foreign film, but I really was fascinated on reading up on it, like on Wikipedia. So I thought, to purchase and watch it would be really interesting because just, again, the history behind the movie and stuff. I'm always really fascinated with movies that have a lot of controversy around them. I don't know why. I think it's just it's more interesting. It brings more because everybody can keep making Marvel and Disney movies, but when you can have more controversy behind movies and stuff like that, then it gives it more. I don't want to say the movie's special or something like that because obviously some controversy isn't a good type of thing to have behind it. But yeah, again, I'm just curious to watch it. So yeah, that was that. That was just my entire Barnes & Noble this whole trip too. I think I went to 2 different ones. So that's just, I piled them up into one. But the other spot we went to, I forgot what small town that was, but it was kind of like a little old strip of shops and restaurants and bar area outside of San Diego, not far. But they had Reanimated Records that I've seen in some people's videos. So I really want to check that out. Have a lot of, records, CDs, DVDs, Blu-rays, that sort of thing. So that is where I did a little bit of shopping there. And I'll shout out my wife because this was her birthday present to me, was picking up this stuff for me when I was in there. So I picked up a couple Blu-rays that I've been looking forward to finally upgrading. One was Beavis and Butthead Do America. So finally glad to have that one there. Found a brand new copy of Willy's Wonderland. So I'm really excited to watch that one. It looked really fascinating. I heard a lot of funny things about it. This movie, I remember actually seeing this like case in stores and everything, but I never watched it. Francis Ford Coppola movie with Val Kilmer, Elle Fanning's in it. And it is Twixt. So I know the reviews I don't think were that great when I was reading online about it, but I mean I'll take any horror movie. And Val Kilmer, I gotta support the man. And I sacked this 4K Vinegar Syndrome movie because it just seems ridiculous in the case. I was just looking at the back of it, and I'm not the biggest foreign film person, but I'm going to take the shot on this one because I could not resist. But that is called Ebola Syndrome. It comes with the slip cover and everything. But I was just like, I'm not going to show the back because it's pretty gruesome looking. But yeah, any Vinegar Syndrome, Arrow video type movies, that sort of thing, I will jump on if I can for a decent price. And yeah, this is probably being a horror film next year to watch a review. So, and then after, we went to Reanimated Records. Then after that, we grabbed dinner. I forgot the name of the restaurant we went to. But then we decided to go grab a couple drinks at a place called Coin Haas. So if you're in the San Diego area, I definitely recommend checking it out. If you're into like draft beers, it's literally like a Dave and Buster's meets like Yard House. I don't know what you want to call it. Like it's an arcade bar. Like you got arcade machines all around, and you basically get your gamer card. Like it's kind of like your gamer card is like your open tab, and you just put your card on a machine, and it just automatically registers. Okay, you're paying 50 cents or you're paying $1 for this game, and you pay it at the end. So there's no like quarters involved and that sort of thing. Because that's one thing we have a lot of arcade bars out here, and you have to go to a change machine, and that means you have to have cash, and if you don't have cash, you have to go use their ATM, and then also you're spending $27 instead of $20. But they work on those on the arcade machines, which is cool. But then like the beer taps, there's like 40 or 50 taps, and you literally just put your card up against it and you pay by the ounce, which can be very dangerous, but didn't go crazy or anything like that. But it was cool just to, try different drinks, to a certain degree, but not feel like you didn't invest and buy a full drink. And you always feel weird. You don't want to ask for samples, of everything. So it's like, oh, well, if you only take, pay 50 cents for a shot of, a beer you want to try there, then it's not too bad. So reasonably priced, and that was really cool to check out. So definitely recommend that if you're into beers and that sort of thing. They also had wine, I think, and ciders too on tap that I recall now too. So if you're not, a beer person, they always have something for you. So that was all day 2. So swap meet to ending at the arcade. Pretty busy day. So the third day was more of a kind of relaxation, sightseeing type day. My wife really wanted to go to the Seaport Village, I think it was called. It's kind of near like the USS Midway, the Navy ship that you can do tours on. We've already done that years ago, so we didn't really feel like checking that out again. But we just kind of, the weather was perfect. We just, kind of walked up and down it, checked out the shops. We had lunch like right on like the waterfront side. So that was really nice. And just, again, kind of a relaxation day, because after that, Monday was the time to head now up to Los Angeles. So Los Angeles, we leave San Diego in the morning, head up to Los Angeles Monday afternoonish. Like we didn't get out crazy early. Actually, what we did, I remember now, I'm trying to piece everything together. We got up around 9ish to go to the San Diego Zoo, because I said, you know what? Rush hour traffic's going to be a crap right now if we leave at like 9-10 o'clock. So why don't we just kind of kill a couple hours and hang out at San Diego Zoo? So we did that. We had lunch there. I haven't been there in 20 plus years, probably longer than that. She's never been, so really cool to go check out a different zoo, since we've only been to really the ones here in town. So that was really nice. And then from there we headed up to LA, and first thing in LA I wanted to go check out is a shop not too far from Disneyland, which is called My D Pins and Collectibles. And I picked up 3 things there, which are these right here. And I'll kind of go through these. But My D Pins and Collectibles is a lot of like Disney pins they sell and stuff, because again, Disneyland's right up the street. Everybody's into the pin trading thing and that sort of thing. But they also have a lot of like new and old toys and stuff. This is my ideal shop. So it's got a lot of new stuff, it's got a lot of old stuff, so it's perfect. And I really reasonably priced. So first thing I grabbed right here literally this is all stuff I don't see around here anymore, or any currently. So first thing is I obviously over there I got the Simpsons line going, and they came out with a couple new figures recently for the they're like the bullies, the Simpsons world. But so it was a Jimbo Jones, the 2022 fall convention exclusive. So glad to get him for $20. So not terrible. I think he's like 15 on the, if you're looking at online retail, and then you're paying like $5 for shipping. So really reasonably priced. So I was glad to grab him there for a decent price, because again, right now you get all the flippers on eBay, Mercari, that sort of thing. So picked him up there. And then I've never seen this in store anywhere, so to see it there for retail pricing was awesome. And that is the Joker Dragon from Dark Knight's Metal, because I do have all the Dark Knight's Metal figures. So again, all not Funko Pops, because that's just that right there. Any of these like figurines that I have in this video, I will be doing unboxing videos later on down the road, so expect those. If there's anything you wanted me to see specifically push up the line and open sooner, comment below. But yeah, the Joker Dragon here from Dark Knight's Metal. Glad to finally find this bad boy to add to my, again, Dark Knight's Metal collection. So grabbed that guy there. Then, last but not least, you guys have seen the Macho Man opening recently, and then I do have a couple other ones. Made the pull and found this really awesome guy here for $35. I was seeing people at Toy Show selling this guy for $50, so it was a really awesome deal. And that is the Hollywood Hulk Hogan Ultimate Edition. Yeah, wrestling figure. So again, I'll do an unboxing on this later on down the road, but I'm so excited to have this one. It's nice to kind of have the more cleaner looking figures for my set over there. So picked up that one there. So these three things I picked up from my Demons and Collectibles. Again, great prices. So if you're in the LA area, Anaheim specifically, because it's right near Disneyland, definitely go check them out if you're looking for toys and collectibles and that sort of thing. After that, we went over to Fat Collectibles, another local shop out there. It was about 15-20 minutes from my D-Pins. And really interesting shop. A lot of comic book section, toys. It was decent, but it was really good size. So I was impressed. Again, a lot more comic book stuff. But again, I was really trying to emphasize on trying to support a lot of local shops. Collectibles I feel like is a good hot camaraderie right now. So I'm sure they're not hurting for business. But while on vacation, obviously want to treat myself. But I also really want to try to help support local if possible while we're out there. So I picked up two things from Fat Collectibles. First one was, which is perfect because of being out there and all, because that's pretty much the only place you could have gotten it, unless you buy online retail. But it's still sealed up and everything, which is nice, is the Art Series Batman, the Funko Hollywood exclusive one. So now I'm pretty much all caught up on these, minus I need the Funko HQ. So the one in Washington. So that one, unless I end up in a thrift shop or collectible shop up in Washington area anytime soon, likely be an online purchase. And I've been been more intrigued with the rated comic books and stuff. I don't know why. If they're really nice cover arts that I really like, then I'm really interested in getting them on graded. Sorry, I don't want to say rated. So I picked up Year One, Part 1, Batman, rated. I don't know why. These look just really nice. I'm eventually going to try to design a area to hang up all these. I have another one I got to show in a video here some point I got from Polar Bear. But again, really awesome looking. Really like these frames that you put them in and everything. So glad to kind of have something else to find out there. So I grabbed that bad boy. This is the plastic that it goes in. I'm going to check my microphone. Okay, we're at 31 minutes. Holy cow. I'm going to speed this process up. No, we're a little over halfway. Yeah, so after Fat Collectibles, we checked in our hotel, grabbed dinner, and just randomly decided to go down to downtown Disney. We just kind of checked out the shops there, Lego store. My wife really wanted to check out the Disney store. She found a really special edition Jasmine doll she decided to jump on, so I was happy she found that. So yeah, it was a nice little, kind of sucks being that close to Disneyland and not going to Disneyland, but it is what it is. But again, glad that we got to spend some time doing that as well. So that was Monday. Tuesday, we decided to drive up to, I see Dark Delicacies always a lot in people's videos. Dark Delicacies is kind of like a year-round, almost like horror type shop. And I was kind of a little disappointed. Maybe just because of what I was looking for. It was a cool shop and all to see. We have one similar out here, Terror Trader. But I guess I was expecting a really big movie section. It was really kind of small. The movie section, at least that is. The store was really decent size, but no movies that I really was interested in. Blu-ray wise, seemed like it was a really small section. So again, take it with you will, but went up to Burbank. It was in Dark Delicacies, so it was cool to check out at least once, say I saw it. After that, went to another Barnes & Noble. I think that's where I grabbed one of these movies. I can't remember off the top of my head. Again, because I went to 2 this whole trip. And then we grabbed lunch, and then we went to a year-round Netflix store. I forgot what city that was in, Glen Oaks or something maybe. But a Netflix year-round store. But they emphasized literally on 2 different shows mostly that I felt like, and it was Stranger Things and what's the other one? Squid Games, as the focal points of photo ops and that sort of thing. And I get it, especially what's that show? Stranger Things is such a hot show right now. It's wrapping up. I get it. That's gonna be their focal point there. But it's still pretty cool, at least to check out. It just happened to be in an area we were in, so we decided to pop in there. And then from there, we drove over to I guess it's Hollywood. I don't know if that's considered Hollywood or not, but where Chinese theater is. Drove past it. It was starting to rain a bit, so we really didn't have much for being able to walk around and stuff. So we just went to we drove past it, Chinese theater, because my wife never seen it before. I don't think I've ever seen it before either. If I did, it's been forever. So saw the Chinese theater, and then we just kept driving, and then she happens to see, and I point out to her, oh, Funko Hollywood's right there. And she says, well, why don't we just go there? Well, lucky enough, there was parking available right across the street. Boom, jumped on that parking. And what an experience going to the Funko Hollywood stores. I'd never been before to Funko HQ, Funko Hollywood. Really cool experience. Just seeing all these pops in life-size form, and the sceneries that they built out of all these different, movies and television shows and everything like that. And just I don't know, there's so much to see. And that was the cool thing is it was free. It's not like you could literally went in there and not bought anything, and still had an awesome experience probably with all the little photo ops and just walking around seeing everything. So definitely didn't go empty-handed though, because one of the things you could do at the Funko shop is make your own Funko Pop. So we definitely jumped on that. It was not busy at all, which was awesome. It was a Tuesday, so I didn't know what to expect, but basically, and I'll take it out of the box here and see, I made my own little shadow collector. So there it is there. So really cool looking to do and be able to do this. So the label is just literally just a sticker that they slapped on there. So I've only seen it in other people's videos, so I've never really seen too much details of it. But I came with so the one thing that was kind of almost an issue was they were out of a lot of stuff. So you're kind of limited to your outfits, your hairstyles, colors, all this sort of thing. And I get it. With my profession right now, we're kind of impacted by probably delays and shipments and that sort of thing. So I kind of understand it that, everybody's kind of still feeling it from the effects of the pandemic and everything. So I'll go ahead and go with my little sidekick. So you can pick a little pet. So I did our little dog Harley, which is at the intro of all my videos, if you haven't noticed. So added her. And then try to go as best to what I guess an outfit that I typically wear would be. So I did a black hoodie and some kind of just ripped jeans. But yeah, that's kind of the gist of me, I guess you could say. I'm kind of like a bobblehead because my head's kind of loose there, you see. But I did a camera because I, do videos on here, and have a little figure there as well, a little Funko Pop. The one thing too is kind of a bummer is like clearly they have holes right here on the sides of the head for sunglasses. So I have little holes on the side of my head, but I couldn't match also the beard color with the head color. It's like they had this color beard, but not on the head, and this color head, but not for the beard. Or like the beard would be like white. It wouldn't be like this is kind of like gray streaks. Yeah, I do got gray on my hair. I'm not gonna hide it. But again, cool experience. Cool to make one of these. So not gonna complain. I understand. They're kind of limited with their inventory and everything like that. So that's that. So right across the street from Funko Hollywood is the Amoeba Music, which again is something I've seen in other vloggers that live out in California. So it's kind of cool to see these places on people's videos and finally see yourself in person. It was cool. A lot of inventory stuff there, so it was interesting. Didn't find anything, but it was definitely a cool experience just to go ahead and check out and see. I always like those record type shops, but I also have physical media for movies, that is. So check that out. And then also that day we went to the Mattel store, which is their like headquarters, but then they have like a store at the bottom. And it was really interesting because it must clearly be like a thing people go and do, because there was quite a lot of people in there that seemed like they were just like stocking up on like carts full of Hot Wheels and all this other stuff. So I don't know if that's just a thing people go do down there that are local. But like you were thinking maybe you'd find more like exclusive stuff there, or like stuff maybe not necessarily all like in retail stores everywhere, or good deals, that sort of thing. They had like a clearance section, like 50% off stuff that maybe still is full price at your local stores. So nothing again exciting that we saw there. So that was kind of okay experience. But yeah, that was day 5? That was Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. Day 6, it was Wednesday, and that was quite a day. So that was Orange, California we went out to. It's kind of like a little small town, but they had kind of like the old, like, single lane each way of the side parking, and they had like a bunch of antique malls, which was pretty cool to check out. We had lunch there and everything like that, so that was cool. Excuse me. Just it was a really good way to kill time because of what we were going to do later that day. So if you're kind of into that sort of thing, just kind of hanging out, walk around, seeing things, like especially it's fall season there, so a lot of the fall colors were showing, which is really pretty. So we were really enjoying that, just kind of relaxation time. But we were killing time there because at 3:00, a place called Frankenstein opens up. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with Frankenstein, it's basically like a Costco-sized building that is a year-round like collector's Comic-Con type store. Just basically each, I say Comic-Con in a sense because everybody has their own individual booths, so they sell their own stuff there. But it's only open like 3 days a week. I think it's like Friday, Saturday, or Saturday and Sunday. And then Wednesdays 3 to 9. But the it's free to get in, which is cool. And it's a huge place, so much to see there. You could go broke in there. I could go broke in there. It's cool to go. It's kind of like Funko Shop. Like, it's cool just to go check out at first, but didn't go home empty-handed because I found some goodies. First thing was the physical media booth. There is the only one, really. I think there was one other booth that is somebody clearly that must buy like bulk amounts of like from like, I don't know if they buy them from warehouses of like Targets or something, but like they had a lot of like newer titles, brand new still, but they were selling them, like prices I wasn't needing that, so I kind of just said meh, I'll pass. But this other guy had some really good deals, including like I think it was like 5 movies for $20, so less than $4 a title. So I was all for that. Trying to just remove all of his like price stickers that he slapped on the front of all these. And got them all. Yep, cool. So picked up a couple 4Ks from him. These were only $10 a piece, so $10 for 4Ks. I won't be too bad. I think it's about, actually this is cheaper than what they're going for on Black Friday right now, which is awesome. I finally got Ghostbusters Afterlife. This is with the slip and everything. Really love that movie. Didn't make me cry, I swear. The only thing with these is that they didn't have the digital code, which I don't care about the digital code. Don't need that. So really nice guy, though. Had a ton of movies to look through. And then there was Spider-Man No Way Home that I picked up. So completed my Spider-Man set there for the Tom Holland series. And then these were my 5 for $20 movies right here. First one, movie called High Voltage with David Arquette. I remember hearing about this one. Oh, this is brand new still and sealed, which is nice. Just something about him like getting electrocuted and having powers, or I don't know, he's in a rock band. I don't know. It sounded ridiculous, but I'm really curious to watch it. A couple other ones I did not have already. This one I thought was a really good comedy with the slipcover. That's Game Night. I was trying to actually go through his like movies that were for a part of the five, because he had specific piles that were like part of his like $5 buy 5, for 20 or whatever deals. So another slipcover one here, and that is Michael Fassbender in Assassin's Creed. Be honest, I never played these games, but the movie looked kind of cool. So I always liked the imagery of the characters in the game and stuff. So, but yeah, Assassin's Creed. And then next one, another horror movie to add. It's called The Curse of La Llorona. Gonna butcher that probably. Did not have a slipcover, but I kind of ran out of options, so I picked that. But last but not certainly least, oh my God, I was so excited to find this. So I've been trying to hunt for this movie, Kevin Smith movie. That's Yoga Hosers. A part of the $5 purchase price. I mean, this thing's like $25 to $35 online, and it's got the slipcover and everything, and it's still brand new. So that was a score there. Because everywhere I looked, I'd find that at like, went to a couple book off stores and stuff, and this, you can't get that cheap anywhere. So grab that guy. And then another awesome deal was on this guy here, a guy that had nothing but wrestling figures. Took like $15 off the asking price for this for me. So he said he's out on sale, which I will take. But big Kevin Nash fan, so I got this. Is this what is these called? Elites? Yeah, Elites. Kevin Nash figure. So I don't know if Kevin Nash ever did an Ultimate Edition figure, but my goal is to really kind of just get it like all of Kevin Nash's figures at this point, because he was my favorite wrestler growing up. So picked up that one there for my Kevin Nash set, you call that. But yeah, that was the Frankenstein store. Again, if you're in the LA area, it's definitely a must visit if you're able to. And then we wrapped it up with, right down the street from there was the Puente Hills Mall, which so happened to be the mall that they filmed the scenes in Back to the Future Part 1, where Marty's meeting up with Doc in the parking lot of the mall, Twin Pines Mall. And they had the sign there and everything still that has a clock at 1:39 a.m. or something like that. I can't remember off the top of my head. But, yeah, so you get your picture in front of it and stuff. So that's pretty cool. Let's see that sign still there all these years later. And except the mall inside was pretty deserted. So definitely not a active mall as much anymore, but not many are anymore. So, but, again, if you're a Back to the Future fan, that's a pretty cool thing to see. So. And then day 6, that was. Day 7, so it was Thursday. We had to head up to San Jose area, which is about a 7-hour drive. Didn't end up being 7 hours, ended up being more. So we stopped at a Disney outlet store. Just checked that out. It's just that kind of like an outlet store, but nothing really exciting to find in there. So we just popped in there real fast, looked at a few things, didn't end up getting anything, and then we hit the road. Now, my goal when we were going up Northern California was like, I want to try to go all up along the coastline. I'll go up along the coastline. Now, I'm only going off Google Maps, so I can't even really see to the T how the drive is going to be. So we are driving, and it gets to the point where we're like, man, you are literally on the edge, or the crust, as my wife called it, of California. Is really pretty. We were driving along it as it was getting to sunset, and then also while it was dark. So it was quite the experience of what should have been a 7-hour drive ended up being about 9.5 hour drive, because Took it a little slow because wasn't comfortable driving in something I'm not used to road-wise. And, yeah, so if you end up going up to California area and drive along the coast, I recommend just doing a little bit of it. Do like 30 minutes or an hour and then go inland and go up because it took way too long. I was hurting. I was sore from driving that. So, but day 7, made it to San Jose area. Friday, the day after that, was the day of my cousin's wedding, so we couldn't really do the whole lot. So we decided, all right, we're gonna crank out a couple stores on our list, and one of that was, or two of that, I guess you could say, was 2 different Savers stores. First one we went to right when it opened, and man, you thought it was like 50% off day. There was like 15, 20 people lined up outside there, but it's like a Friday. Found nothing. They had movies, but nothing really exciting. Pricing wise, decent. So again, nothing. From there, we decided to go to a Goodwill just right down the street, and that's where I found a couple Funko Pops for pretty good prices, but the boxes were kind of so I really wasn't feeling it to try to take the shot and flip them. But my wife found a Mycene doll, I guess it's called, that is very rare, very valuable. So she was pretty excited about that. Like, she's very excited, actually, I should say. So I was glad she found something like that. She was pretty happy. After that Goodwill, we went to another Savers that I did not realize, because I'm kind of just adding these on my map as I go when we were planning this trip. So I wasn't really looking at like the location. And this is a Savers that's literally in the smack dab of downtown San Jose. So I'm literally looking at that going, there's no parking around here. And it was a bitch. And so I finally found like a garage we had to park in to walk to it. But that was the one we both found. She found quite a bit of dolls and stuff she was looking for. And I found movies. I think these are, let's see. Trying to find my separation pile here. There we go. So these are all from Savers? Yep, Savers. Same one, I believe, too. And it is, so found a slipcover upgrade of Expendables. Picked up a copy of Pride and Glory with Edward Norton and Colin Farrell. So grab that one. What else we got here? So we got Garden State. I remember everybody talking about this one. What, 2004, 2005-ish that was? And then this is a pretty funny movie. Brand New Still Sealed. Sex tape with Jason Segel and Cameron Diaz. And a couple movies with slipcovers, which are nice. This is it. I was always curious to actually watch this. So I remember working right when he passed, and then this coming out and all. So definitely interested to watch that. And then the Imitation Game with Benedict Cumberbatch and Keira Knightley. I think Benedict Cumberbatch, I'm always fascinated to watch. He's a really good actor. So I'm going to try to go speed this up here a little bit because we are running out of time on my camera. So went to 2 Goodwills. No, 2 Savers, a Goodwill. And then went to what's called Nice Twice Dolls in like an Old Town San Jose area. Really cool shop. Pricing wise was definitely eBay pricing, so they knew what they were selling, which is kind of a bummer because my wife found a lot of cool stuff in there, but she didn't want to pull the trigger on anything, which I could totally understand because you're talking dolls that probably go for $100, $150. They're selling for $100, $150. So she had passed up on those. So, and then last but not least, before the wedding that we went to, we checked out a place called Rasputin Music, and that's where I picked up this pile here from. They are, again, another kind of like used record movie store, and they had areas of movies for $1.95, which can be dangerous. This one I know wasn't $1.95, but I really wanted to. I keep trying to find it everywhere, so I finally just decided to pull the trigger on it because it's a single case of both movies. But that is the Grindhouse movies. So Robert Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino's movies, but it's one single case. So my luck, they'll be like a 4K in a week or something. So, but pulled the trigger on that one for $12, and the rest of these ones were all $1.95. So score. Tried to specifically find anything I don't see around, or as a slipcover. I found a steelbook even too, which is nice. This is for my wife. She talked about really liking it, so we picked up Ever After. So grab that one for her there. And a couple slipcover movies here. We got J. Edgar with Leonardo DiCaprio. We got Fast and Furious. I believe this is the 4th one. So slipcover, which is nice. And then Inglourious Basterds. I know there's a 4K of this, but I'll be fine with the Blu-ray for now. So again, for $1.95, I'll take that for now. And then a steelbook of Divergent. I know these are like 3 of these or something. Insurgent, Divergent, and then something else, I think. So, but it's steelbook. So for $1.95, score. That was day 8. All right, day 9 was San Francisco day. We went up to San Francisco area. We decided to go through like the Golden Gate Bridge, so we saw all that, which is pretty cool. Wife never seen that before. We were going to go check out Muir Woods. Unfortunately, did not realize you have to have a reserved parking space for that, but I didn't think about that, and I saw why, because it was like Disneyland of parking lots, so it was pretty crazy. So if you're ever going to check out Muir Woods, do your research before you go, because you have to pay in advance for your parking. So, but besides that, we went back down through like Oakland area and checked out S&A Collectibles, which is outside of like San Jose area on the east side. And it's a pretty cool store. A lot of mostly Funko Pops, not a whole lot of like toys or collectibles. So, but it was in like a mall area, so just kind of cool to check that out. And that was pretty much that. And then day 10 was our trip back down. We had to head back down from San Jose area to Alpine, because we're basically heading home at this point. So that's about a 7-hour drive-ish. That is actually about a 9-hour drive, because you're going past LA into San Diego area. Alpine's about 30 minutes outside San Diego. So we went down. We went inland this time. We did not go coastline. So we went to we stopped in Fresno area to just kind of stretch our legs. There's a couple shops I wanted to check out there. So I did find some things there. So we did check out a Goodwill there and found one movie. That's what this one is. And that is The War at Home with Emilio Estevez. And he stars in it too, it looks like. So, and Martin Sheen, Kathy Bates. So, I saw this actually goes for pretty decent prices online. So, but I picked up that one there. They have their own, like, it's funny, it's Rasputin's labels, so I don't know if it used to be Rasputin or they're just like a sister store, but we went to Mad Monk, which is again another record type store, but similar to like it has Rasputin price stickers, and similar to them they had movies for $1.95, and then so I did pick up a couple there that I did not have in my collection. So like a brand new copy I got of Milk there. I wanted a slipcover because a really nice lenticular Red Riding Hood. So picked up that there. And then I do already have season 1, I believe, on Blu-ray. So I said pick up the 3rd season because it's for $2. Why not? Of Arrow. And then this was only $4. Is a really pretty creepy movie. I thought it was pretty good. The Visit. So I picked up that one as well. That was all at Mad Monk there. Went to a Target where they had this bad boy, which again will probably be in an unboxing video at some point. The Multiverse. Is this Arkham? Yeah, Arkham Asylum. Killer Croc. So we'll leave him right there. Yeah, Killer Croc figure there. So I'm really excited to get that guy because I do have an Arkham set behind me here. So for retail, I was excited to find that. And then last but not least, one last Goodwill on the way down. We stopped at in Santa Clarita area and picked up a couple of these titles that some of these are actually out of print, so they go for a pretty decent money. One of those is this movie called Evita with Madonna and Antonio Banderas. So I grabbed that one. Grabbed Unbroken. So that one there. And then this one also two pretty decent prices. This is still sealed as well. It's called The Horse Whisperer, Robert Redford film. So grab that one. Kids movie. That was a cute one, I remember. Happy Feet. Picked up that one. And then Halle Berry and Bruce Willis in Perfect Stranger. Stranger. Yeah. And that is the pile, because from there we went into Alpine. We stayed at a casino type resort for the night, just one night, because from there we went back to Phoenix, which was just a straight shot going home. Didn't stop anywhere. So we just stayed the night there, had dinner, played a little gambling, did pretty good. It was pretty fun. And that was it. So I got through all this. Where's my little guy at? Here he is. He just hangs out up there. I'm not sure he's going to stand right, but I'll let him sit. Anyways, guys. Yeah, this was an awesome trip. 11 days. I thought it was 12. I was off for 12 days, but I took 11 days into California. Really fun trip. Clearly, went a little spending spree, but it was a birthday trip / vacation that we haven't been on a vacation in quite a while. So, if you guys stuck around through this whole video, I do appreciate it. If you skim through it, that's fine as well. If you're a first-time watcher, this is basically my channel. I do thrift hunting, toy reviews, unboxings, movie reviews, that sort of thing. So if you want to subscribe, greatly appreciate it. That's it. My throat's sore for talking so long. I'm not used to this. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, you want to slap a thumbs up down below. I appreciate that. And take it easy. As always, see you later, guys. I did that backwards. Take it easy. See ya.